tonight's action. It's been since 1987 since Monte Vista has beat De La Salle in football. It's 2019. Can the Mustangs pull off the upset tonight in the EBL opener? You'll find out next.
Welcome to Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Welcome to Sam Zakai Memorial Field on the campus of Monte Vista High School. It's a Friday Night Lights as the Monte Vista Mustangs host the De La Salle Spartans. De La Salle is 5-1 after losing their opening game to Thomas Aquinas. They have won 5 straight games by a considerable margin. They are starting to figure things out. They play a tough schedule. It's going to be a battle for the Mustangs. They're led by quarterback number 10, Dorian Hale. Had a nice game last week against St. Mary's, 7-9 for 156 yards. And the running back number 24, Shamar Garrett, 80 carries for 507 yards and 6 TDs. And matter of fact, threw a touchdown pass last week against St. Mary's. The Spartans are going to run their veer option offense at you. They'll spread the field a little bit, but what it comes down to is them getting off the line of scrimmage offensively. Defensively, they're going to run a 4-3, pretty vanilla coverage. They'll stunt their defensive linemen here and there, but mostly they're just going to come off the football and beat you to the punch. They're coached by Justin Allenbaugh in his 7th season. Took over the helms in 2013, was a linebacker coach here for 10 years. Class act, a Danville kid, didn't play high school football until he went to De La Salle. He attended Stone Valley Middle School right down the street here. So a Danville kid comes home tonight taking on the Mustangs. You're watching Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery, with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk-adjusted or equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need them the most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to murortho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. So Monte Vista is 4-1. They're coming off a 26-3 victory over Livermore. It's been a while since we've done a Monte Vista game. They got road wins against Bishop O'Dowd and Livermore, and then a close loss against Liberty. But Coach Russi, going into the second half, wants to see things improve, and one of them is their turnover ratio. They are a -4 on the season, and if they want to be competitive tonight and successful the rest of the season, the Mustangs have to clean up the turnovers. We had a chance to catch up on Media Day with Coach Russi on Wednesday.
Coach, midway through the season, what are some things you'd like to see the team improve on to finish the season strong in the second half?
Yeah, had a really good first half of the season. Really happy with what the guys have done. You know, a couple things we need to work on and get better at are improving our turnover margin, not keeping the ball when we got it and trying to get it back when we're on defense. We've got to improve our practice habits, really understand that every day matters and we've only got a few more chances to get better, and having a lot of fun. We can always have more fun. These guys are out here working their tails off. I always tell them we're out here working too hard. You guys should be having a lot of fun, and they are, but they can always have more fun.
So you got De La Salle coming to town, the reigning Northern California champions. I know that it's going to be a physical game. What are some things that you're focusing on in practice to give yourself an opportunity on the game tonight?
A lot of people dread playing De La Salle. I look at it as kind of a fun challenge because, it's a true measuring stick of where we lie in the, Northern California football, whatever, pantheon or whatever you want to call it. But the biggest thing we got to focus on is playing perfect football. And that's a really tough ask. But for us to perform against a team like De La Salle, we have to play the perfect game.
So, as we had mentioned, the Mustangs have got 4 wins, and they have a -4 turnover ratio. Jack Stewartson, the quarterback, has thrown 15 touchdown passes this year, but he's also thrown 11 interceptions. So Jack knows he needs to clean that up, and tonight, especially going against a quality program in De La Salle. And defensively, the Mustangs have been very good. They've only given up 9.8 points per game, only 53 yards per game passing, and 127 yards rushing. So the defense has really done a good job, but the guys up front are going to have to take on that offensive line of De La Salle, and we'll illustrate you. They make that California stop set. They'll come and explode off the football, and they're very good at blocking the first level and the second level and getting the third level into the defensive backfield. So the defensive line's got to do a good job in allowing the linebackers of Shea, Zeising, Schreiber, and Regina to run and make plays. So the Mustangs have taken the field, and this is the East Bay Athletic League opener Mountain Division, which has Monte Vista, De La Salle, Cal, San Ramon, and Foothill. So the Mustangs will be at home for the next couple of weeks. They've got the home game tonight, and then they'll take on Foothill on next Friday on the 11th. So stay tuned for that game. That'll be homecoming. And who will be joining us in the booth? My old partner in crime, Coach Bergman, will be doing the color commentary for the game. So the Spartans in their white jerseys, the Mustangs in their black jerseys. Kids had the day off, had a chance to have a team breakfast, put themselves in the right frame of mind to play 48 minutes of physical football. Stewartson, Shea, Regina, and Neely are the captains for the Mustangs. Rowe, Kobe,
number 2, Jack Stewartson, number 8, Nate Ruchina, number 24,
and the other captain is number 11, Vince Biakina. Had a touchdown last week against St. Mary's. Our referee tonight is Patrick Llewellyn. Spartans have won the toss, and they've elected to receive, and the Mustangs will be kicking off. And first thing first on special teams, you can't kick the ball short and prevent and allow big returns. They've got very capable returners, Garrett and Kobe and Hearns, very athletic kids, and they'll set up a return to the De La Salle bench. They'll set a return to the Monte Vista bench. Last week, the opening kick against St. Mary's, they returned it 76 yards to set up the Spartans. Monte Vista football and NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. To honor America, our national anthem. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. And the question is, Luis Rangel, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for 35 years. So as we mentioned, after losing their opening game, De La Salle has won their last 5 straight by an average of 36 points a game. And we'll talk a little bit about their offense. Typically, they're going to run a split back formation, 2 backs in the backfield, tight end and 2 wide receivers, and they're going to set up and run right at you and run a little dive or a little option. Then they'll run a little load option. Then they'll go unbalanced set, and they'll flip a tackle over, and a tight end and a guard will be on one side. You get a tackle and tackle guard on another, and they'll come off the ball there. Then they'll break formation and run a little 3 wide set, but they'll still run the ball out of that. So they're looking to be more dynamic offensively, i.e. we need to throw the ball so we can be in a position to win the state title against Mater Dei or St. John Bosco. So Nathan Price is getting ready to tee it up. And if Coach Russi talked this week, and he also talked in the interview about winning and trying to be perfect. You got to be perfect on special teams. You don't want to set them up in great field position. You got to kick the ball. You got to break down, and they're going to come right off the bus and hit you in the mouth. That's what De La Salle does, and we'll illustrate throughout the broadcast of why they have been so successful over the years. Short kick, perfect kick, takes a bounce, and about a 7-yard return for De La Salle will go out of bounds. Garrett with the return, and this drive will start at De La Salle's 33-yard line. Vranish, Rowe, Puckett, Crespi, Tuhalski, the tight end, Seastrand, Garrett and Kobe in the backfield, Daly and Hearns as a receiver, and Dorian Hales their quarterback. And they start in the twin formation, and it's a play pass early on. Throw downfield. The Mustangs have it covered, but it's in and out of the hands. Nice throw by the quarterback, Hale. But the wide receiver could not come up with that. Grant Daly, who's averaging over 34 yards per reception. We've got an in route with a post. Pretty good coverage by the Mustangs, but Hale with the good throw. And it's 2nd and 10. Spartans go with the double tights with 2 backs. And it's a power play. We call it a counter, and it's going to be a long run. Oliphant trying to get the angle of pursuit, but he can't get there, and it's a touchdown. De La Salle, 67-yard touchdown run by James Kobe. And just like that, the Spartans lead 6-0, pending the PAT. This isn't any fancy design, folks. This is just getting off the football, and the Spartans taking the handoff and the finish and the touchdown by Kobe. Guerrero is perfect on PATs. He's now 23 of 23, and just like that, De La Salle leads 7-0. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
So 2 plays into the game, the Spartans lead 7-0. They'll kick off. Oliphant deep for the Mustangs. Guerrero has a tendency to kick the ball into the end zone, and that's exactly what happens there. The Mustangs, led by quarterback Jack Stewartson, running backs Gavin Cribb, Noah Rivas, the wide receiver, Rachina, and Oliphant. Shays, the tight end, Bybee, Marquise, Canty, Menard, and Zeising is the front line for the Mustangs. Stewartson was 14 of 21 for 145 yards last week, 3 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. He is the 6th all-time leader in passing yards in Monte Vista football history. So the Mustangs will start out with 2 receivers closest to their bench, Rachina and Oliphant. Rivas at the top of your screen. Cribb offsets to Stewartson left. Mustangs are going to have to run the ball a little bit tonight. Cribb swings out of the backfield, and he's tackled for, it's actually an incomplete pass, which is better for the Mustangs. McAdoo out there in space, and there to have an effect on that pass. Seastrand, Bergman, Rowe, Crespi, Doherty, Hackett, Reed, Bianchina, Hearns, Kobe, and Garrett is the defense for the Mustangs. Trying to get the ball out on the fly sweep, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss for a 1-yard loss for Jacob Oliphant. It's going to be tough to run outside with the speed that De La Salle has in their defensive backfield. They've got a lot of guys playing both ways, and now they're going to get in their wide 9 and come towards the quarterback and get off the football. Stewartson scrambles, does a good job. He's going to pick up the first down. And if Jack can do more of that and not force the ball, that's going to put the Mustangs in a great situation the rest of the season. They're in that wide 9. Those defensive ends are getting hard up the field. Stewartson senses it, gets up the field, and picks up the first down. Second first down this year on 3rd and long with him using his feet. 2-by-2 set. Cribb offset to Stewartson's right. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Stewartson throws that. Come back for the ball is Rivas. And it's incomplete. And it's 2nd and 10. Didn't like it. Flushed out of the pocket and throws it out of bounds. And it's 2nd and 10. The Mustangs will stick with that 2-by-2 set. Corner route to Oliphant, and he makes the catch. 24-yard reception by Jacob Oliphant on the corner route. UPS delivered by Jack Stewartson. Pretty good coverage here by the Spartans, but didn't play the ball real well in the air. Oliphant goes up, makes the play, and it's another first down. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs for the Mustangs. They're in De La Salle territory. Oliphant, 6 catches last week for 62 yards. He has 3 touchdown receptions this year, a pick 6 offered by Air Force, Cal Poly, and recently San Diego. Inside run, picks up 2. Before Seastrand makes the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Like to get a little bit more, but positive yardage is always good. And in this, I don't want to call it a rival because you haven't beaten him since 87. It's not a rival. But in this matchup, there's been some close calls, and we'll go over those later in the game. Stewartson, out route to Rivas, cuts back inside, Nice tackle in space by Cairo Reed. Picks up 4, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. Rivas getting better by the game. Has 3 touchdown receptions this season. Had a TD last week against Livermore. Also plays defense. And really starting to figure out things as a football player. Playing with a lot of confidence. Empty backfield for the Mustangs. Quick pitch or quick throw to Rachina. He gets immediately up the field, and the Mustangs will get another first down if they get the home field spot, and they do. Quick throw here. Rachina needs to push that route a little bit deeper, but he does a good thing of coming back for the football, drops his shoulder, and moves the chains. So a little bit of success for the Mustangs. You'll see De La Salle, they'll do a little tackle, edge stunt, blitz a little bit. They don't want the Mustangs to get comfortable tonight. Straight 4-man rush. Stewartson could just run it, but he dumps it off to Rivas. He gets up the field, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line. Noah Rivas, second reception of the game. 20 yards and another Mustang first down. Saying he's playing with a lot more confidence. Watch Rivas here. Gets up the field. Shimmy shakes the defender. Got to protect that football. First down Mustangs. Nice drive. It's going to be a screen to Rachina. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Monte Vista. Little in window. And Nate Rachina with the 14-yard touchdown. And the Mustangs go 80 yards and put up their first points against the Spartans in 4+ quarters. They were shut out last year. It's pretty well set up, and Chip Menard and company doing a good job of blocking out up front. So the Mustangs, extra point is good, and it's 7-all. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialist.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
So the Mustangs chew up 3 minutes and 25 seconds. A lot of nice short passes. And the Mustangs hit Pater and tie it up at 7. And they'll kick off. Great first drive by Monte Vista. Line drive kick. Garrett takes it. He's got the wedge in front of him. Mustangs missed the tackle, but then rally up, and he's tackled around the 22-yard line. That's what you need to do on the kickoff team. Rally up, break down in space, and swarm to the football. So why the De La Salle success? We're going to illustrate it right after this play. 2-by-2 set. The Spartans have broke their traditional tight end set. They like to run out of this formation. Little RPO, and Shea with the tackle. It's a 4-yard gain. Let me break this down, and hopefully my Chico State math is correct. De La Salle has had 13 state berths. Each berth, you get an average of an extra 6 weeks of practice. That's 78 additional weeks of practice over the last 13 state berths. In a regular season, you get 13 weeks of practice. That's 6 regular seasons worth of extra practice the Spartans have got over the last 13 years. Load option. And we've got a penalty flag thrown by the umpire, which normally means a hold. Garrett's tackled out of bounds, but we'll see what Patrick Llewellyn has for us on the call. It's on the Spartans, and it's a hold. So after this call, we're going to put that graphic up again and let people digest it a little bit more. So it'll be 2nd and long. So think about that. And so what De La Salle does with those extra weeks of practice is they're bringing up the underclassmen, the sophomores, the freshmen, and they're getting indoctrinated into De La Salle varsity football so they know what it's like. And with the quality coaching staff that they have, you can see there's one of the reasons why De La Salle has been so successful. They've got a chance to practice more than anybody. 3-by-1 set for the Spartans. Quick little bubble screen. And Shea with the tackle after a 6-yard gain. Reception by Lou Hearns, his 18th of the season. He leads the Spartans. And it'll be 3rd and 9. The Mustangs would like to get off the field here on 3rd and long. And the Spartans will go 2 tight end set with a split back. Normally time they run load option, but it's power. We call it counter, but he stopped short of the first down. Will the Spartans punt? It's 4th and 5. So this is where you got to be aware of De La Salle snapping down and being, Coach Russi talked about this in practice yesterday. You don't want to jump off sides because they're going to snap down and try to draw you off. They don't, but then we've got a penalty, and I believe that's on De La Salle. And that'll march them back 5. That's their 2nd penalty of the game. So right after the touchdown, the Mustangs come back and appears that they're going to have a 3-and-out. The always threat to return and take it to the house, number 6, Jacob Oliphant, is back deep for the Mustangs. End over end kick, Oliphant with the fair catch, and they'll take over on their own 47-yard line with 5:54 left in the first quarter. Mustangs did more passing than throwing. That's okay. That's how you come out and compete against De La Salle. The crossing routes, the T-cross with the back, screens, all those balance of plays will hopefully get you in a position to score. It has already for the Mustangs. Shea in the shot, in the slot, Oliphant in motion, and did get that one going full speed, but he does just enough to get 1 yard. You got to have the right timing on that snap, and Oliphant had a pitter-patter his feet, and when he has to slow down his feet, the athletic and speedy defense of De La Salle will surely get there immediately. They have 9 sacks on the season, 4 interceptions, and 4 fumble recoveries. Empty backfield for the Mustangs. Stewartson all by himself. Spartans will blitz. And throw to Oliphant is low, but the Spartans not showing much patience. 2nd and 9, and they sent a backer, outside backer, and an inside linebacker on that play. Didn't get home, but forced the quick throw from Stewartson. Empty backfield for the Mustangs. Now, if you're Stewartson here, yeah, you want to pick up the first down. Don't force it. It's okay to punt. Spartans showing blitz. And they'll come again. And they get home. Sacked by Cairo Reed. His 7th tackle for loss leads the team, and it'll be 4th down for the Mustangs. They're not only not a blitzing team, but you have a little success, and they're going to dial up some blitzes, and that's exactly what happened. And Cairo, with the nice swim move, and the offensive running back that was supposed to block lunged, and that was the result as the sack. Shea with the kick, taken at the 25-yard line. Garrett reverses field. A lot of Mustangs out there, but then nobody tackles Garrett, and he's going to take this one to the house. '75-yard return by Shamar Garrett. He's bottled in, but the problem is the Mustang punt team, nobody wrapped up. It looked like the next level football game. There's 2 opportunities, and before that there was 2 other opportunities, but Garrett takes it to the house for a 75-yard return. So that's De La Salle football in a nutshell. Monte Vista feeling pretty good about themselves. And then, boom, a punt return for a 75-yard touchdown. And the kick is good. And the Spartans jump back out in front, 14-7. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs.
So, Shamar Garrett with the punt return puts the Spartans back out in front, 14-7. Guerrero with 14 touchbacks will kick off. Oliphant will take it at the 5-yard line. Got to return towards the Mustangs bench, and we've got a flag on the field. He's tackled at the 18, but I got a feeling this is going to march back. In the first quarter, Cal and Clayton Valley tied at 0. So after the penalty, the Mustangs will start this drive on their own 7-yard line. Seen a lot of familiar faces down on the field. Coach Bergman's here. I got Tommy Hemminson and his dad, Dana, up in the hill. We've got the Cook family looking down at Sam Zackheim Memorial Field. So appreciate all the support of NorCal Sports TV and Monte Vista football. Inside run to Cribb. About a 3-yard gain. The Spartans that time go with a 3-man front versus their traditional 4-man front. Second and 7 for the Mustangs. And De La Salle's not messing around. They're blitzing, but when you blitz, you're going to have wide open guys, and Regina with the catch and run. It'll be a first down at the 25-yard line. Regina with his second reception of the game. Good release off the line of scrimmage. Gets inside the defender. Good clean. Gets his hands off him. Working the hands. Gets the first down. First and 10 for the Mustangs. Spartans back to their 4-man front. Cribb with a run. Picks up 5. Good first down gain for the Mustangs. Cribb started the season very, very slowly. Last 2 games he's rushed for, 313 yards and 2 touchdowns. Last week against Livermore, 16 for 189 yards rushing for the junior, Gavin Cribb. Empty backfield for the Mustangs. Stewartson got to get rid of it quick. He does. Crossing route to Oliphant. Picks up 10, give him 16. Mustangs first down. Those crossing routes and those slant routes are very effective against this defense if you get rid of the football on time, and Stewartson's doing that tonight. Good protection up front. Oliphant easily beats the defender on that route. Beat Tanner Doherty, and the Mustangs chalking up the first downs. 4-man front for the Spartans. And Stewartson looked a little nervous back there, but did a good job of just throwing the ball away at 2nd and 10. 2:33 left in the second quarter. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us here from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field. Oh, the Spartans called for a hold, and it'll be another first down for the Mustangs, and they'll get into Spartan territory. The ball will be set at the De La Salle 43. Looks like the Mustangs are continue with that empty set. Spartans with the 4-man front. Looking they're going to drop into coverage here. Quick pass to Oliphant. Thrown on time by Stewartson and picks up 7 yards. Nice quick out route. Oliphant getting his head around. His 3rd reception of the game, and it's 2nd and short. Mustangs playing with a little tempo here, not giving a chance for the Spartans to huddle. Another pass to Oliphant. I don't know if you can see the defensive front on this, but here's one of their tackle end stunts. They line up tight together, and you see how they're lined up close together on the edges, and then they're going to twist. And you got to just stay home and pick that up, and the Mustangs show discipline, and Oliphant racking up some high fantasy numbers tonight. Down the field, and Regina didn't get off the line of scrimmage very hard, and it's incomplete, 2nd and 10. You know, going to a lot of these games, you can give advice to Coach Rusty and these players. I've never beat De La Salle in anything. I've only beat them in one thing, and we'll get into that later. But I've never actually beat them in football or track or when I coached baseball here at Monte Vista. But I did get at them one time. And if Ned Mylan's listened closely, I think he knows what I'm going to be talking about a little later in the broadcast. A little teaser. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Empty backfield. Spartans blitz, but Oliphant catches it. Inside route, and Oliphant with another reception, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. And the Spartans usually don't blitz, but they're not used to teams moving the football like this. So when in doubt, they'll send guys, and hopefully their guys can cover. But with them not being a throwing team, they don't get to practice a lot against this or used to simulate it. Believe me, it's tougher to simulate their offense than the Mustang offense. Stewartson flush from the pocket, and he's sacked. Big loss. Ben Rowe with his 5th tackle for loss this season, and it's going to be about an 8-yard loss for Stewartson. If you can't throw it in time, get rid of it. Ben Rowe beat the blocker and got up the field. Now, the Mustangs are going to get into punt formation here. 4th and long. Connor Shea on to punt, averaging just under 35 yards a kick, 6 inside the 20. Beautiful kick. Coffin corner goes out of bounds. It'll be spotted at the Spartan 4-yard line. Well done. The Mustangs flipped the field. Remember, they started this drive with 4:18 in the quarter on their own 7-yard line. This is what's called flipping the field. The ball will be spotted at the De La Salle 4 with just under a minute left here from Danville. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for joining us. Follow us on social media at NorCal Sports TV. The Spartans will load up double tight end, single receiver, 2 backs in the backfield. And it's a run. And a pickup of big yardage. Nearly a 20-yard gain for James Kobe. And the Spartans will get right up on the football. They'll run a little tempo. 2-by-2 set. Hale throws to the flat and nearly intercepted. Gavin Cribb was right in the passing lane on the throw to Grant Daly. And those are the kind of plays, if you're going to beat or compete with De La Salle, you got to take to the house. Hale with the little slant combination with the flat. Cribb gets under it and needs to pick that football off and take it to the house. 2nd and 10. Spartans will line up in the Twins formation. Tight end to the right, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. When in doubt, run the veer option. And that's exactly what happens. It's like Novocaine. Eventually it numbs you. 4-yard gain. It's 3rd and 6. And this is where I've seen them before. They'll run a little option pass. Turn it into a little slant and go. Did that against Buchanan. Big play here for the Mustangs. Last play of the quarter. It's a power. And the Mustangs with a tackle. Christian Luciano. 3 tackles last week against Livermore. He comes up the field and then some. Watch 23. Right in the middle of your screen. Reads the play, comes up, sets, and makes the play. And a 1. De La Salle 14, Monte Vista 7. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Your investment company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to ACRE's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the...
Well, De La Salle is looking like they might go for it, but Hale is very capable quarterback of running on his own, but it's just a dive, and the confidence of the Spartans to pick up the first down. Coach Allenbaugh goes with the dive, and Garrett with the first down. The ball will be spotted on the 35-yard line. They just get up the football and watch them just come off the football. They're blowing guys off. You got to be able to expect that, and low man wins. Spartans, 2 receiver set. Seastrom, the tight end, and it's going to be a pass. Hale out to the flat, tackled by Oliphant, but not before a 16-yard gain and another De La Salle first down. Nice quick pass out in the flat. Quickly gets up the field, and the first down for the Spartans. Empty backfield for De La Salle. Hale back to pass. Deep ball down the sideline. And the defense by Jacob Oliphant, saving the touchdown. The Spartans taking their shots early. Charles McAdoo on back-to-back plays, getting targets. But this one defended by Oliphant, showing a little catch-up speed here. And gets up the hand, plays it well, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Split backs, twin formation. Hale with the sprint out, and it goes incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Wanted the tight end, C-Strand, but they could not connect. It'll be 3rd and 10, and the Spartans will substitute, and they'll go with their 4-wide set. Here you can see a sprint draw or maybe some kind of screen to the wide receivers. 3rd and 10. Single back in the backfield next to Hale is Garrett. 3rd and 10. He's got a lot of time. In route, complete to Grant Daly. His 12th reception of the season. Just a simple in route, and the Mustangs couldn't get underneath this route. Clear passing lane for Hale. And when you give a kid time like this, plenty of time, and the Mustangs couldn't make the play. Spartans playing with a little tempo. Hand off to Garrett. Short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Spartans started this drive on their own 4-yard line with 53 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 9. I believe Monte Vista's lined up off sides. Nope, it's called on the Spartans. Legal procedure. So it'll be 2nd and 14. So the game last week against St. Mary's, De La Salle and St. Mary was tied at 7. Looked like a pretty competitive game. But then it was 28-10 at half, and then De La Salle finished strong, winning 56-17. Mass substitutions for the for the Spartans. They'll go with a 2-by-2 set. Here on 2nd down. Slant route. Nearly intercepted by Jacob Oliphant, but the official calls it hit the ground. There's no replay in high school, but let's take a look at it, shall we? So it's a quick in route here. Oliphant reads this right off the snap. Good call by the official. 3rd and 14. 3-by-1 set for the Spartoonis. They're running all go, and then a dump down to the backfield, or out of the backfield to Garrett. He picks up the 1st down and more. You can't leave this kid all by his lonesome. And as I'll illustrate into this replay, they sent everybody deep and dumped it off to Garrett, and there's no one around him. I mean, Keystone Cops, Mustangs running into each other. Google Keystone Cops. Spartans are inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Double tight end set, counter play. Chase down from behind, short gain for the Spartans, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Spartans. And want to thank De La Salle head coach Justin Allenbaugh, and also a friend of the program, Damon Esper, for preparing NorCal Sports TV for this broadcast. 2nd and 7 for De La Salle. Double tight end set. Novocaine running it right at you. Nope, play pass. Touchdown, De La Salle. So if I'm thinking they're going to run it right at me, what do you the same thing that Monte Vista's thinking, but it's a play pass and going to the big tight end, Tagola. And the Mustangs don't guard him. He makes the catch, and it's 21-7 De La Salle. Hale's 8th touchdown pass of the season. So Hale to Tagola for 14 yards, and De La Salle leads 21-7. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to ACRE's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk-adjusted or equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
So the Spartans go 96 yards in just over 4 minutes and lead the Mustangs 21-7. Oliphant with the return. He's got room to run a shoestring tackle. Looked like he had an alleyway to run, a little seam there, and Oliphant turned on the gas, but nice open field tackle. Bianchina with the tackle, number 11. And there's a good reason he's their team's leading tackler. So the Mustangs will take over on their own 20 with 8:42 left in the half. 3-by-1 set. Cribb with a run. Tackled by a couple of Spartans, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. So after this play, we'll have our This Day in Monte Vista football history, sponsored by Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, right after this play. We're going to call it close but no cigar. Stay tuned. 2nd and 10, Stewartson. Corner route, incomplete to Oliphant. So we talked about this series, close but no cigar. Halloween 2008, De La Salle beat Monte Vista 45-35. Brett Nottingham threw 4 touchdowns. 2 to Tommy Henderson and 2 to a guy named Zach Ertz. But it wasn't enough as the Mustangs lost 45-35. Back to action. Stewartson steps up in the pocket, but then he's sacked. And I believe it's going to be his 2nd sack of the game for Ben Rowe. And the Mustangs will be on to punt. If you're standing around looking for somebody to block, you're going to give up a sack, and that's exactly what happened. So Shea will receive the snap from his own 2-yard line, snap from the 15. Spartans have a couple of guys back, punt towards the bench. And another close but no cigar. October of 2009, Monte Vista lost to the Spartans 28-7. The game was tied at half, 21-all. Teron Ward ran for 398 yards that night for De La Salle, 1 TD. We were ready to go up 2 touchdowns late in the first half, but missed on a 4th and 1. And then the Spartans got the win. That's your alumni partner, Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley. 1st and 10, little Bublé screen out to Hearns. He's pushed out of bounds. It'll be a gain of about 7 yards. And watching film, on De La Salle this week, and it's just much of the same thing, but just does it better than anybody in Northern California. They need to be more dynamic in order to compete in the state bowl championship against Mater Dei or Bosco or whoever, insert team from Southern California. So they got to be able to throw the ball. Bubble screen to Garrett. He's lethal in space. Shea does a nice job, but the running back Garrett picks up the first down. And he's done a good job out of the backfield this year. That's his 6th reception. He's also thrown a TD pass. Seems like he's been playing varsity football for a long time. At halftime, Cal leads Clayton Valley 3-0. Foothill is beating San Ramon 6-3 early in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Little trickeration. Reverse. And it'll go for a 15-yard touchdown for De La Salle, but I believe we've got a flag on the field. And we do, and it's a hold, and it'll be brought back. So Coach Allenbaugh opened up the treasure chest of trick plays tonight, and it's a little reverse, but the Spartans are called for the hold out in space, and the touchdown is nullified by Zeke Berry. So it'll be 1st and 7. Spartans will go a 3-by-1 set here. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Back to pass. Looks like a middle screen, and the Mustangs overrun it. And we've got another penalty. I'm sure this will be called on De La Salle. It'll still be a first down, but it's the middle screen set up very well, and Lou Hearn's working his magic. He's getting touches and getting yardage, but De La Salle's called for a holding penalty. So it'll be at the called from the spot of it's a spot foul. So it'll be 1st and 1 after the penalty. Do you know what you're talking about? No, I don't, but I know it's 1st and 1. Double tight set for the Spartans. They're going to run right at them. And it's a RPO. There's 3 offensive linemen downfield for De La Salle. You can't be downfield on this pass. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see it on replay, but watch the interior offensive line of the De La Salle. There's 4 guys 5 yards downfield. Folks, that's against the rules. Touchdown, Garrett. De La Salle, 27-7. As a defender, you can't defend that. You're geared to stop the run against De La Salle. I get it. And here's a replay of the touchdown run. I want to see if we can show the RPO, the throw downfield, one more time. And you can't be downfield as an offensive line. We'll show it right after this extra point. Guerrero he's perfect on the season, and he continues that streak. I'll show you one more time. You have about a 3-yard window unless you've been engaged the whole time with an offensive lineman. You be the judge. Just watch the interior offensive lineman. The center is 5 yards downfield, not engaged. And as you're a middle linebacker, your safety, it's tough enough defending this team. That makes it impossible. But those are things as a coach you've got to point out to the officials before the game. When they do this, please watch that, etc. So Garrett with the touchdown, and Garrett with the touchdown run, and it's 28-7. De La Salle.
In on the stop. First and 10 for the Mustangs.
And the Mustangs will take over on their own 9-yard line with 6:02 left here in the first half. 3-by-1 set. Spartans will blitz. Mustangs pick it up. Nice catch in traffic by Oliphant. Nice catch on the zero route. And it'll be a 5-yard gain. And sometimes you just have to be happy with those gains. Not force the ball down the field. Literally take what the defense gives you. Stewartson had Cribb out in the flat right away, waited. Cribb was patient along the sideline, and it'll be a nice reception by Cribb working along the sideline, and Stewartson gets the first down. Empty set for the Mustangs. Stewartson all by his lonesome back there. 3-man front for the Spartans. They're showing an edge blitzer. And they'll drop into coverage. Got to be able to block 3 guys. Thrown into traffic. Not the best decision by Stewartson, but showing a great ability in traffic to make the catch is number 6, Jacob Oliphant. Jack thrown into a lot of traffic here. But Oliphant showing great focus. Gets a 6-yard reception. Stewartson, it's a screen to Racina. Picks up the first down and then some. 10-yard gain, Mustang first down. Move the chains, keep the clock running. Mustangs get the ball to start the second half.
4:50 remaining in the second quarter.
Cool. First and 10, Cribb offset to Stewartson's left. No reason to flush the pocket. And then incomplete, and we've got a penalty thrown by the line judge, and we'll see what the call is. I believe it's on the Spartans. And they're called for the hold. A lot of penalties on the Spartans tonight. And it'll be a first down for the Mustangs. They've done a good job of moving the football tonight. They haven't turned it over. And they'll go back and look at this film, and especially on a kickoff return and then another run by Garrett. They had them bottled up, but then they just don't finish the play. Right at the 45-yard line, first and 10. Stewartson, flush from the pocket, hits Cribb in the flat. Makes a move. 8-yard gain. Taking what the defense gives you. Rinse and repeat. Cribb with his second reception of the game. He's got 13 receptions on the season. And it'll be 2nd and 4. And I know, you're trailing by 7. You kind of want to hurry, but you don't want to give De La Salle the ball back here. Work this clock. Get a score, easier said than done. Empty backfield. Stewartson, flush from the pocket again, and throws it away. De La Salle's only sending 4 guys, but they're relentless. And flushing Stewartson from the pocket. And then the Spartans will bring in some fresh rushers. Miles Bergman comes into the game. Spartans with their 4-man front. Going to be an Ed-Ted stunt here with maybe an edge blitzer. Oh, they come up hard. Stewartson steps up in the pocket, makes a great throw to Racina. And then he drops a shoulder at the 32-yard line and finished that play very strongly. Neely will come in quickly for Cribb. Watch Racina finish this play. Stewartson steps up in the pocket. Racina drops a shoulder. How's that taste? 1st and 10. Neely offset to Stewartson's right. Jack playing his best game of the season so far tonight. En route to Oliphant. He had the running back Neely wide open on a swing route. Wide open on the swing route. Watch the tailback to offset to Stewartson's left. No one goes with him. There's no one out there. The swing is open. So I told the coaches next door, swing's open. 2nd and 4. Stewartson flush from the pocket. Throws it deep down to Rivas. That's got to be pass interference, and it is. And I hope the young man's okay. Gets up right away. Tried to high point that football and had his legs cut out right underneath him. Tries to high point this, and the De La Salle defensive back comes in with the undercut, and it's going to be pass interference. And unlike at the NFL where it's a spot foul, this will just be a 15-yard penalty. But it'll be depending on what they call. Next, they called a personal foul. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty and another Monte Vista first down. Our neighborhood team, the Monte Vista Mustangs, showing a lot of spirit and confidence tonight against the mighty, powerful De La Salle Spartans. And we're very proud of our neighborhood high school and our neighborhood team. 15-yard line, Mustangs in the red zone. 1st and 10, swing route, wide open. Nice call, Coach. It'll be a 9-yard gain. Cribb, wide open on the swing route, picks up 8 yards. He's offset to Stewartson's left. Just does a simple swing out of the backfield. Hits him in full stride, drops his shoulder, 8-yard gain. Mustangs spreading the football around tonight. Racina with multiple receptions. Oliphant with multiple receptions. Cribb with multiple receptions. 2nd and short for the Mustangs. Fade into the end zone. Touchdown, Monte Vista! Nate Racina. 7-yard touchdown pass from Stewartson to Racina. Throw it up to your best player, let him go get it. And that's exactly what happened. Great job. Stewartson on target tonight. Time and time again. Racina with the reception. And the kick is good. It's 28-14. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Muir Orthopedic Specialists. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan, love you, Ned, at the Lotus Group Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education and asset management. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. And Ned Milan, who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game. And my proud employer for 16 years, American Asphalt, paving the planet and the Bay Area for over 35 years. 91-yard drive by the Mustangs with a score. See if they can get a stop here. It starts with a kickoff return. They bottle up. Kobe at the 24-yard line. .232 left. Monte Vista nearly goes 4 minutes, a 91-yard drive. Not seen very often against the Spartans. Run to Garrett. Tackled. Not before he gets the first down. Nick Engel with the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the young men from Witten and Treat. 3-by-1 set. Keeper by the quarterback, Hale, and he's picks up another first down, and it's a fumble. Monte Vista football. They're going to call him down. And I, as much as I'm a homer for the Mustangs, I think it's the best call. You be the judge at home. Ooh. Let's watch it one more time. I think he's juggling it before he hits the ground. Oh, that's a fumble. Sorry. And it's the benefit of watching NorCal Sports TV. Multiple cameras, instant replay, no login, no subscription. But we would like you to subscribe to our youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV channel to support us. That's illegal motion, and it's called. Let's watch that replay one more time. I'm not going to beat it in the ground. I'm not trying to be critical of the officials. But in games like this, these are the breaks you need. That ball's loose. That ball's loose. Three-by-one set for the Spartans. Speed option. Hale keeps it himself. And there's his ability. He ran about 40 yards to gain 15, but watch his ability, and he's just a junior. Gotta appreciate Ryan Neely. Clock should be running. Inside run. Kobe once again gets another touch. It'll be 2nd and 6, and the Spartans will line up right on the football, running a little tempo, trying to get a score here before the end of the half. They have all 3 timeouts. Option. Garrett looked to be bottled up, but still picks up 4 yards and gets out of bounds. Longtime partner of NorCal Sports TV, and we'll get him back going here for the basketball season. Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law, was one of our original NorCal Sports TV partners. Had a chance to talk with him today and look forward to him supporting our basketball season. 3rd and short. Garrett tackled, but not before he gains 6 yards and a first down, and Coach Allenbaugh will quickly call a timeout. So we talked about the only time I've beat De La Salle in anything. And of course, it wasn't in any athletic contest. See if we can find it here. Oh, we found it. The only time I beat De La Salle in anything was Sunday, February 12th, back in like 2006. That's my boy Ned Milan. We took down the De La Salle Cal and San Ramon coaching staff with the wing eating contest at Norm's place. We had 78 wings combined. No, we had 82 rather. But one of the secrets, as one of the old players taught me, is split the bones. You'll get extra counts. So there's the time where Coach Babcock actually got a win against the Spartans, and it didn't count. We'll move on. 36 seconds left. Spartans call the timeout. 1st and 10. 3-by-1 set. Garrett offset to the quarterback's right. Hearns out in space, and he's tackled, and the clock will stop. It'll be a 6-yard gain. But Dorian Hale having a nice game, throwing the ball on time. Couple of near interceptions for the Mustangs that just didn't happen. And the Spartans were able to take advantage. 2nd and 6. 30 seconds left in the half. 28-14 from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field. De La Salle's power that everybody else calls counter goes for about a 14-yard gain, and Garrett with another first down. De La Salle calls it power. Everybody else calls it counter. There's 2 offensive linemen pulling. Everybody else is blocking down. Yada, yada, yada. It's a successful play, and then they'll play pass off of it. Double tight set for the Spartans. This is where they like to take advantage with a little play pass to the tight end. Instead, they run it to Garrett. Picks up a few. De La Salle will call a quick timeout. So just a reminder, next week we'll be here as the Mustangs host the Foothill Falcons, who are losing. No, Foothill's ahead of San Ramon 9-3 at the half. That game will be at 7 o'clock. Special color commentator that night will be the big fella, Craig Bergman, my partner in crime here at this fantastic school for 20 seasons. So we'll see how many times the big fella corrects me. See if he agrees. We had an argument last night about Teron Ward. He did score a touchdown. I'm like, Coach, it's in the newspaper, the old article that I babbled, and then it's also on Max Preps. So he wanted to argue with me. We agree on a lot of things, but it was just funny. It was like reminded me of times gone past. Double tight set for the Spartans. They're down to 1 timeout. Option. Hale keeps it. Tackled roughly and rudely. And then we've got a penalty. Was it a timeout, or am I not seeing things? All right. So that'll be De La Salle's last timeout. It'll be 3rd and a short 3 with 12 seconds left. Now, they get the first down, the clock will stop, and then they could always fire it. I feel like I'm at San Francisco with that foghorn. If you can hear it in the background. Nothing like the fall. Mustangs do get the ball to start the second half. The Spartans will break formation. They're going to be in a 3-by-1 bunch set, little triangle. Might be a quick pass out here. Out to the left in that bunch formation. Hale will sprint left. And he'll try to run this one in. He's tackled. He is short of the first down. And the clock's going to run out. Great job by the Mustangs. Great job by Monte Vista. Hale didn't make a good decision there. He'd have been better off just throwing the ball away. He didn't. And he tries to make a play out of this. He has no timeouts. The Mustangs rally up. Good tackle by Josh Zizing in space, and the Mustangs get the stop at the goal line, and it's 28-14 as we go to halftime. Great job by the Mustangs getting that stop. So let's do a quick recap of the first half. Kobe with a 67-yard run, and De La Salle led early in the game with 11:39, 7-0. Then Stewartson to Regina for 14 yards, and the Mustangs tied it up 7-7. Then Garrett with a 75-yard punt return made it 14-7 Spartans. Then Hale to Tagola for 14 yards, and it's 21-7 De La Salle. Then Garrett with a 4-yard run, make it 28-7. Then a 91-yard drive, Stewartson to Nate Regina, and the Mustangs close out the scoring of the first half, 28-14. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists. The Monte Vista Marching Band.
Get it. Focus.
Once again, folks, taking the field,
I'm gonna get some of the drum.
Monte Vista's 2019 award-winning marching band and color guard.
You want me to go wide still?
Tonight, the band will be performing part of their competition show entitled Always Now. Band is under the direction of Mr. Ed Cloyd, with drum majors Nicola Basadenhout and Kenneth Knott.
I will show you pictures. We all know that the system is coming.
The 2019 marching band and color guard doing their thing, baby. As the band exits, we've got a shout out or two.
We're here to play the game, and when the unexpected happens, we are here for you. Muir Orthopedic Specialists are the leading experts in sports medicine, providing comprehensive care at 5 convenient Bay Area locations. We also offer advanced digital imaging, specialized urgent care, and physical therapy at our state-of-the-art facilities. Our staff puts you first with high-quality, compassionate care. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, here to help you get back in the game. Learn more at muirortho.com.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specialize in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to muirortho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ned Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company is a Northern California-based investment firm pursuing value-add commercial and residential real estate opportunities. A key ingredient to Acre's investment model is the development of strong relationships with stable tenants that have a mutual strategic interest in our real estate acquisitions. These tenant relationships, paired with our financing expertise and the creation of capital-efficient debt structures, has created an impressive track record of strong risk adjusted to our equity sources. Learn more at acrecorporation.com. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management.
Backs, and it's a power play. We called a counter, and it's going to be a long run. Oliphant trying to get the angle of pursuit, but he can't get there, and it's a got to protect that football. First down, Mustangs. Nice drive. It's going to be a screen to Regina. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Monte Vista. But then nobody tackles Garrett, and he's going to take this one to the house. Second and 7 for De La Salle. Double tight end set. Novocaine running it right at you. Nope, play pass. Touchdown, De La Salle. There's 4 guys 5 yards downfield. Folks, that's against the rules. Touchdown, Garrett. De La Salle, 20. Crib with multiple receptions. Second and short for the Mustangs. Fade into the end zone. Touchdown, So Monte Vista trails 28-14. They'll be getting the ball to start the second half. The one thing that really hurt them was the punt return. They had Kobe, actually they had Garrett bottled up, but nobody finished the play and went and made the tackle. A lot of guys pulling flags, next level football type stuff. And the Spartans are going to make their plays, but when they score on special teams, it really makes it a tough road to get the victory. But the key for the Mustangs was the end of the first half and getting that tackle of Hale. Here's that play, the last play of the first half, and the Mustangs rally up. Zeising tackling in space, getting a little love, and the Mustangs with the stop there, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists, is brought to you in part by Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, specialized, innovative, compassionate. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. FitPro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our FitPro Go player of the game? Don't those look delicious? FitPro Go. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. So the Mustangs, as we have mentioned, will get the opening kickoff to start the second half as they trail 28-14. But proud of how their neighborhood team, the Monte Vista Mustangs, have played tonight. Haven't turned the ball over. That was one of the keys to Coach Russi in this last 5 games of the regular season. Can we improve our turnover margin? They haven't turned the ball over tonight. They haven't created any, but they'll take the no turnovers. But very happy with the way that quarterback Jack Stewartson has played tonight, has stepped up in the pocket, has picked up a first down with his feet, has thrown some tough passes in traffic, and has led the Mustangs on a couple of long drives, and that's all you can ask from your quarterback. So, want to go over some of our alumni in action of our neighborhood team, and we produce some great athletes here at this school and some great football players. And they'll be in action tomorrow across the country. And we'll bring up that graphic here shortly as soon as we post a highlight. So Corey Luciano and Peyton Henry, tomorrow they'll be playing at Stanford, coming off a win over USC and Eric Kromenhoek. USC has a bye, but very proud of Eric, how he is playing with very physical tight end for the USC Trojans. And then Shane Perry will leave the snow of Montana State, coming off his 2 rushing touchdowns last week, and they'll take on Cal Poly tomorrow down at San Luis Obispo at 5 p.m. And then Noah Soul at Northern Colorado, they'll take on Northern Arizona. They beat Idaho last week for their first win of the year. Then Nate Landman, they're coming off a bye. They'll host University of Arizona. The Buffs are 3-1. And they're at the bottom of the screen, although he's in a Washington Huskies uniform. That's the all-time leading passer in the history of Monte Vista football, Jake Hayner, who has transferred to Fresno State. So we'll look forward to seeing Jake get better and him go next year. But the community is invited to the Monte Vista High School Athletic Hall of Fame for our neighborhood high school. This is our inaugural class, and that'll be October 10th at Round Hill Country Club. The Trojans, the Spartans will kick off. Oliphant turns the corner right in front of the De La Salle bench before he's pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over. 1st and 10. Mustangs with an 80-yard drive tonight and a 91-yard drive for a touchdown. Cal leads Clayton Valley. Welcome to EBL. Cal leads Clayton Valley 10-0 at half. Mustangs with a 3-by-1 set. Rivas, Regina, and Oliphant. Shea's a tight end. Cribb out of the backfield. Wide open in the flat. Then trips over his shoelaces and only picks up 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Positive gain. And the Mustangs run at a little tempo. They'll get right up to the football. Thanks for joining us here on NorCal Sports TV. An ill-advised throw by Jack Stewartson. Throws, and the De La Salle bench thinking interception. See what Patrick Llewellyn calls, and it's incomplete. No reason for Jack to make this throw. It's not on time. Several defenders there. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, but there's 2 defenders out in the flat to the short side of the field. The Mustangs avoid disaster, but it's 3rd and 9. The Spartans in that wide 9 lineup of their defensive ends. They'll push up the field. Stewartson will scramble. He'll pick up a positive gain of 3, but the Mustangs will punt. But lessons learned for Stewartson. Instead of trying to force that ball in, Stewartson scrambles, steps up in the pocket, doesn't get the first down, picks up positive yardage, and Connor Shea will be on to punt. And we've got a injured Spartan on the field. Next week, if you subscribe to our youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV channel, you'll get an alert. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You'll get an alert about upcoming games. Next week, Foothill is here. The Falcones come to town to take on the Mustangs. The big fella, Coach Bergman, and I will bring you all the action live here from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field on the campus of Monte Vista at our friendly neighborhood high school. It'll be 4th down and about 5 yards to go for a first. Connor Shea will be on to punt. I believe the injured Spartan is Tanner Doherty, which he plays the Spartan's position, which is strong safety in the defense. We know their defense. We've got their playbook. It's moving the ball is a whole nother thing against this De La Salle ball club. 4th and 4, Shea back to punt. High kick. It's got return written on it, but Garrett does a good job of fair catching it, and it'll take over on his own 41-yard line after the first drive by the Mustangs. So we've got Foothill coming up. We've got Monte Vista against Cal High, and we have Monte Vista against San Ramon. So we've got more games here on NorCal Sports TV. Dive. And Kobe with a short gain. Be 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 6 rather, for the Spartans. They've fumbled 11 times this year, but they've only lost 3. Twins formation, meaning 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen with a tight end to the strength. Counter. And there he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. 55 yards for Garrett. He could have drove a truck through this hole. Everybody blocks down. You got 2 pullers. And if you don't get physical at the point of attack, yada, 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 touchdown Spartoonies. Guerrero on to make this a 35-14 game. Kick is up, and it's good, and he remains perfect on the season. So the Spartans take 35 seconds and go 59 yards for the touchdown. Garrett with a 75-yard punt return, a 4-yard dive for a touchdown, and then a 55-yard run there from scrimmage off the option. And it's 35-14 early here in the third quarter. They'll block down to the side that they're pulling to. Those guys, the center guard and tackle will block down. The guard tackle pull from the other side. It's tough to defend. You know it's coming. Defend it's a whole other story. Oliphant gets it out to the 20-yard line where the Mustangs will take over with 10:25 left in the third quarter. So Garrett's got 3 touchdowns tonight for De La Salle. He's got 8 rushing touchdowns, and I believe, even though he's had some long returns, I believe that is his first punt return for a touchdown. First and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 20-yard line. Stewartson steps up in the pocket and then goes the wrong way, and Wyatt Crespi is there to make the sack. One of my favorite all-time players just came in the booth. Matt Swan had 21 sacks as a senior, went on to Laney Junior College, and then got a full-ride scholarship up to Nevada, Reno. Matty Swan in the booth, proud father and husband, one of my boys. You're welcome. Throw out in the flat to Oliphant. He's got a little room to run. It'll shimmy shake, 14-yard gain, and it'll be third down for the Mustangs, probably about a long 6. Thank you, Matty. Nice seeing you, brother. He put the fear into people's kids' mostly quarterbacks' eyes. Matty Swan in the booth coming to say hello. Stewartson over the middle. Nice route to Oliphant. He's having a great game, and then we got a spear on De La Salle, so it'll be a 15 yards from the spot foul. Oliphant having his best reception, his best night receiving in his Monte Vista career. So it's going to be, ended up being a 30-yard plus gain for the Mustangs, and they'll get into Spartan territory. Oliphant showing why schools like Cal Poly and San Diego and Air Force are recruiting this young man. He's got the ability to play offense and defense and catching the ball in traffic tonight against a very high-quality opponent in De La Salle. Over the middle to Oliphant. He makes the catch right in front of Garrett down to the 15-yard line. Jacob Oliphant having his best game as a Mustang. Catching this one right over the middle. He's in the slot. Coming down on a skinny post. Makes the catch right in front of Garrett. Had no help from the safety. And the Mustangs in the red zone. And they'll hurry up and get into tempo. Fake the handoff to Oliphant. Then it's a middle screen, and the Spartans spent a lot of time in the locker room at halftime making adjustments because Regina scored on a touchdown on the middle screen. That time, the corner, Lou Hearns, smelling screen, hooked onto the hip of Regina. Incomplete. Clayton Valley 14-10, 16-14 left in the fourth quarter. Come back over the Fighting Grizzlies. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Thrown out in the flat to the tight end. Connor Shea, he's inside the 10. Actually be spotted right on the 10-yard line. Shea with his 11th reception of the season. Comes back for the football and picks up the nice gain. It'll be 3rd and 4. 4-down territory, Captain Obvious, for the Mustangs. Stewartson, swing route to Cribb. Nice catch in space. The swing not picking up huge chunks, but Cribb catching the ball, dropping the shoulder, showing nice ability to pick up the first down, taking on a couple of tacklers. 1st and goal for the Mustangs at the 6-yard line. Mustangs started this drive on their own 20. Stewartson, fade route to Regina, goes up and gets it! Incomplete. Nice coverage by McAdoo out in the left corner. Actually, Garrett with the coverage. No, Lou Hearns with the coverage. If I keep guessing, I'll get it right. Hearns with the coverage at corner. 2nd and goal from the 6. Interception. Had the flat right away, but he had to release it right away, and Jack took too much time. Throw it right there. Easier said than done because blitz right up the middle. Interception by Tanner Doherty. But what happened was a breakdown. If we can watch that one more time, there's a breakdown up front. You got a free rusher on Stewartson. Watch the backer come right up the gap. Unblocked. That's a lookout block. And you can't throw it. You throw that one into the bleachers. Hale with the slant. And he's tackled at the 19-yard line. Big chunk play for the Spartans on the RPO. Ball's on the 20. Again, there's an offensive lineman for De La Salle 4 yards down the field, and he's not engaged. That's an illegal man downfield. I don't think it makes a difference because Daly is wide open. 59-yard gain. Hale steps out of bounds. And the official takes a hard hit along the sideline. Hope he's okay. Do we have that slant route again, Luis? Not harping on the officials. They have a tough enough job, but you can't go downfield on a pass. Now, maybe that one wasn't as bad because they're engaged, but that's a tough one to defend. But there is a reason why Daly's averaging over 35 yards a catch. Picks up a big gain right there. And then Hale, the quarterback, just goes out of bounds, and the line judge was hit. He's back up on his feet. Everybody's okay. Spartans split backs. Option. Big room out there. 9-yard gain for Nico Torres. Picks up 9. It'll be 3rd one for De La Salle. And they're in that double tight end set. And they get off the ball. Torres inside the 5, down to the 2. The Mustangs were knocking on the door to score. The Spartans dialed up a blitz. It affected Stewartson, and he threw his 12th interception of the season. He's got 17 touchdowns. Speaking of touchdowns, the Spartans hit pay dirt. Norflet with the touchdown for the Spartans. Guerrero with his perfect PAT record so far this season stands. And it's 42-14. The Spartans go 80 yards in nearly 4 minutes.
Special shout out to the fabulous Cynthia Oliphant.
The touchdown. So the second Spartan touchdown of the second half, and it's 42-14. Set up by the big pass and catch by Grant Daly from Dorian Hale after the Mustangs were intercepted in the end zone. Just run straight up the field. But they'll return to the De La Salle bench, and watch this play by number 11, Vince Bianchina. There's Monte Vista guys to block him, and watch 11 in white come into your screen and make the play here. Takes on the blocker and makes the tackle all in the same play. So the Mustangs will take over on their 14-yard line with 6:35 left in a long third quarter. Mustangs have moved the ball all night long, but the problem is they've given up some big plays, and then on the last possession was a interception in the end zone by Stewartson. Cribb with the screen pass with the reception. He's tackled in space by Miles Bergman. Foothill leads San Ramon 16-3 at the end of the third quarter. 2nd and 6 for the men in black. Stewartson, deep ball to Regina, and it's incomplete. Trying to throw it between the corner and the safety, and it was a little long, and it's incomplete. Thrown with timing, but not on target to Regina. Regina has, before tonight, had 89 receptions. That's 12th in Monte Vista history. He has 1,375 yards for a career. That's 10th in Monte Vista history. And we've had a long list of wide receivers at this school and a tight end named Ertz. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists specializing in orthopedic treatment and care through physical therapy, reconditioning, pain management, and surgery with over 20 doctors in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Brentwood, and Concord. Muir Orthopedic Specialists, restoring strength, health, and mobility. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information and testimonials from patients. Muir Orthopedic Specialist, specialized, innovative, compassionate.
Orthopedic Express by MOS is there for you when that unexpected injury happens. Located in Walnut Creek, Orthopedic Express has orthopedic experts providing specialized urgent care when patients need them the most. Same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Go to MuirOrtho.com for more information. Orthopedic Express by MOS. Get the urgent care you need at your convenience. The Spartans with the timeout, 3rd and 6. They've got their 4-man front. They're going to widen their defensive ends and more than likely drop into coverage. Not really playing with a linebacker here, and they'll go in that wide 9 with their defensive ends lined up outside. Throw outside to Cribb. He breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Picks up the first down and more. About a 20-yard gain for Gavin Cribb, who's a very capable receiver out of the backfield. Beats the linebacker and then gets upfield, beats Doherty, who had the interception in the end zone on the last Monte Vista drive. Mustangs moving the ball via the air and using the running back, which has always been a success point for the Mustangs against the men in green. Out in the flat to Shea. He fights for 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8. Quick throw out in the flat. Shea gets his head around. Not much yardage. And you got the best tackling team in Northern California. They're not going to miss on those very often. 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. Stewartson intercepted. I believe it was a post route or a slant to Rachina, and it's off its mark. And it's intercepted by Vince Bianchina, the leading tackler for the Spartans, and gets the turnover. So the Spartans will get it on the Mustang 49-yard line. Stewartson had played such a great first half, has turned the ball over twice in the second half. Norflet with a gain of 4. (42-14). It was 28-14 at half. It's 35-14. The Mustangs were at the 4-yard line, couldn't cash in, turned the ball over. The Spartans took advantage of the turnover and got the touchdown. Short of the line, a gain for Nico Torres, the junior. It'll be 3rd and short. If De La Salle scores here, it'll be a running clock for the rest of the game. 2 tight end set. Spartans ready to get off the football. They do. Dive to Torres. Keeps his feet moving. And those running backs are hungry. When they get a chance to carry the football, their feet are going to move, and here's an illustration. Watch 20 just keep his feet moving on this play. We'll go back to it. Well, we'll move on because he's going to move his feet on this run. No, he doesn't. Play pass over the middle. Tagola. The big fella inside down to the 9-yard line. His second big reception. Wide open. And Tagola down to the 9. Everybody's got to do their job. When you don't and you forget about guarding the tight end, that's the result. Power, Torres inside the 5-yard line, down to the where it's spotted at the 2. Watch the white jerseys get off the football. There's no whiff blocks there. Double tight end set. Dive. Touchdown, Spartans. Torres with the touchdown. "51-yard drive for De La Salle. And Torres with the 3-yard run. And it's 49-14. The Spartans lead. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors have been serving families and businesses in the Tri-Valley since 1984. All of your accounting, tax, and financial planning needs can be addressed by the friendly CPAs at Sweeney Kovar. Conveniently located in Danville, let Sweeney Kovar be your trusted advisor, enable you to keep the important financial promises you have made to your loved ones. Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, meeting all of your accounting, tax, and financial service needs.
Cal has taken the lead back from Clayton Valley. They lead 17-14 with less than 50 seconds left in the game. Clayton Valley's first game in the East Bay Athletic League. That was led all game by Cal, but then the Grizzlies have fought back. Kicked to Oliphant. And another return towards the De La Salle bench. And it's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. And it'll be running clock for the rest of the game. The ball will be spotted at the 21-yard line. It was 28-14 at half, but De La Salle has run off 3 touchdowns. Garrett for 55, Norflit for 4, Torres for 3 yards, and it's 49-14. So now the Mustangs' turnover ratio for the season is -6. Cribb picks up a couple. Actually, maybe one. It's 2nd and 9. We'll try to keep an eye on those scores. Second and 9, 3-by-1 set. Hand off to Cribb. Nice run up the middle. It'll be 3rd and short, third and very manageable for the Mustangs. Tyler Perry coming in the game, get a little action in for Cribb, who's played a good football game tonight, picks up some nice yards running and catching the ball out of the backfield. Playing a little defense as well. 3rd and short. Perry picks up the first down. Give him a 6-yard gain. And Perry moves the chains. Nowhere to run, and it's a tackle for loss. Wyatt Crespi in the backfield. Crespi snaps, plays offense, doesn't drive the bus because he's not old enough, but does a lot of good things for the Spartans. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. While many are tempted to reinvent themselves according to the prevailing fashion, we have never deviated from our core mission. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street, Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for 73 years. Go Mustangs! Ed Milan has over 15 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Going through life changes and wondering how to navigate through your finances? His approach is to help you use your money to match your values so you can live the life you dreamed of. Together, you will develop your financial roadmap and implement an investment strategy to help accomplish your goals. Please contact 1990.
All right. Perry ragdoll in the backfield. Seastrand with the TFL. And it'll be 3rd and long. About 3rd and 17 for the men in black. You want to get out of this 4th quarter clean, no injuries, and get ready to host Foothill, who's beating San Ramon right now 23-3. Stewartson's got Perry in the flat, catches it, gets it upfield, drops his helmet, doesn't pick up the first down, but a nice gain, and a ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line. Nice seeing that young man getting some playing time. Connor Shea will be on to punt for the Mustangs. Proud of how our neighborhood team has played tonight, just not enough against the Northern California champs. Fair caught at the 24-yard line. So really want to thank Monte Vista alum Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley for his partnership this year of Monte Vista football history and Monte Vista football. And great having Ned as part of our partnership. Please contact the 1998 Monte Vista alum to develop a plan for your family or company. Ned Milan from the Lotus Group at Morgan Stanley. Thanks, Ned. 28 tackles versus Washington. Or was it 29? I told you we didn't have to come back to that replay, that he would show his moving his feet again. Watch Norflit. Watch him just drive here and not nonstop. Just keep moving his feet. And then all the linemen for De La Salle continuing to block. And that's not their first string in there. It's the second string. They're hungry. They don't get much playing time. They will the rest of the year till the state playoff game, but I digress. 1st and 10. Nice run by Damani Perkins. Getting a little taste of the action. Ball game, Cal beat Clayton Valley 17-10. Josh Gerlach with an interception at the 15-yard line to seal the deal. Congratulations to the Grizzlies with the win over Clayton Valley. Norfolk with another run. In the quarterback is Sam Odell. Now, there used to be an Odell that played quarterback for Alhambra High School. I wonder if they're related. Twins formation for the Spartans. Power. Big gain for Torres. Stop short of the goal at the 1-yard line. (49-14). And the Spartans looking to get into the end zone and put a 50-burger on the neighborhood team from Danville. And it's a fumble out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So there's a turnover for the Spartans. And the Mustangs will take over on the 20-yard line. There's a fumble, goes through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll take over on their own 20-yard line. Stewartson still in at quarterback. See if the Mustangs can gain a little momentum here going into next week's game against Foothill. Foothill's going to get the win over San Ramon. Cal has beat Clayton Valley. Perry with the run. He'll pick up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Josh Zizine playing both ways. He'll come off the field. And the key of playing De La Salle is avoiding, yes, the De La Salle hangover. You do that by having a good week of practice. Starts tomorrow. Perry brutally met at the 26-yard line. Be no gain. Watch the Spartans get off the football, take on the blockers. Linebacker fills, makes the tackle. Simple football. Friends of the program alert. Vincent Maher in the ball game. Proud dad at home watching the game. Gets in on a tackle, and it'll be 4th and short. And we'll see what Coach Russey's going to do here. And I think the Mustangs, little indecision here. Mustangs are going to go for it. Oh, they gave the Mustangs a first down. It'd be nice if the announcer paid attention. Write your local senator. Perry drops the shoulder. Picks up 9 before he's tackled out of bounds. Clock will keep running. And they need Tyler Perry to be a presence in the second half. Nice to see him getting some playing time. You know, his brother's down at Cal Poly getting ready for a big game tomorrow night. He's got to be proud of his little brother getting some yardage here. Chain moving run for 21. And it's another Mustang first down. Once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. You'll get alerts about our upcoming games. Nice move in space, tight quarters there to avoid the loss and pick up 4. Tyler Henry was all over Perry, but he made a nice job to avoid the tackler and to pick up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 here under the 3-minute mark here from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field. Thanks for joining us here on NorCal Sports TV. I'm Chris Babcock. Little shovel pass, and they'll go for a first down. Getting a little PT is Judah Shepard. He gets that's a reception in the backfield, and it's a first down for the Mustangs. '80 in motion, a little touch pass. Nice block by Perry, nice block by Santa Maria. First down, Mustangs. Perry up the middle. Picks up a couple. Maher and Henry and company on the tackle for the Spartans. Spartans next week will host Cal over at Winton and Treat. The Mustangs will host Foothill. Neely drops a shoulder, picks up about 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Slant route goes incomplete, just out of the outstretched arms of Shepard, and it'll be 4th and 5. Last play of the game. Handoff to Perry, and he's tackled for a loss, and that'll be the ball game. So Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV was presented by Orthopedic Express by MOS, Muir Orthopedic Specialists, Sweeney Kovar Accountants and Advisors, Spitz Jewelers making memories for 73 years, Ned Milan at the Lotus Group, Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life and realize the future you envision. Acre Investment Company, commercial investments and development, education, and asset management. Fit Pro Go, the most delicious shake ever. Who will be our Fit Pro Go player of the game? American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 35 years. And our Fit Pro Go player of the game, and hopefully we can get a shot of number 24, Shamar Garrett. What did he do tonight? Well, he had a 75-yard punt return and then a benign 4-yard touchdown run and then a 55-yard touchdown run. So Shamar Garrett is our Fit Pro Go player of the game. There he is, number 24. So the Mustangs battled but come up short from Sam Zakai Memorial Field, where De La Salle beat Monte Vista 49-14 to move their record to 6-1, and the Mustangs dropped to 4-2. Our next Monte Vista football game on NorCal Sports TV will be Friday, October 11th at 7 p.m. as the Stanks host the Foothill Falcons in the annual homecoming game. You've been watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Muir Orthopedic Specialists. Thanks to our crew, Jason Green and Daniel Talavera on camera, our director, Luis Rangel. I'm Chris Babcock in Danville. Next week, Foothill here against the Mustangs. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.